Welcome to the Building a StoryBrand podcast, where we believe if you confuse, you'll lose, noise is the enemy, and creating a clear message is the best way to grow your business. If you want help clarifying your message, visit us at StoryBrand.com. I'm Donald Miller, and I'm here with my co-host, JJ Peterson.
Hello, Don.
How are you today, JJ?
I am fantastic.
Good. And JJ, this week you actually called Sam Unruh of Unruh Furniture in Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah.
I watched their video, promotional video. It's killing me.
Yeah, we're going there.
Yeah, this is incredible. Mm-hmm. Sam started with just a few employees out of his garage, and now he bought this old, beautiful church.
Yes.
I mean, gorgeous. And he hand makes furniture in this church and then delivers it. This is a high-end, old-school craftsmanship style business that, you know, it's so fun to help these guys.
Yeah.
And their video, I'm watching it. It's so fun when somebody comes through a workshop, they clarify their message, and you watch them execute it because you know this is going to work. I promise.
Will be a customer. I told him. I already said, like, I talked to him after the interview.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so now we're done with the interview. Let's talk furniture.
How much is a coffee table going to cost me?
And they're not cheap, but they are fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ordering 2 things from him. It's
what's
happening.
great about that is, you know, when you think about having a piece of furniture made, you know, the resistance to the customer is probably, well, I can't go look at it and bring it home. There's a lot of reasons to say no, but because they lift the fog in their marketing material and they introduce you to a whole other experience of what it means to buy furniture and value furniture and love it, and also explain how the process works. You choose the wood, step 1. Step 2, they make the furniture. Step 3, they're delivering it to your home. And then there is literally, if you ever damage this furniture, no matter whose fault it is, they will fix it for free for the life of the piece of furniture. These guys are serious about...
No, I wasn't kidding. We're going there. I want to see the church. We're ordering furniture and eating barbecue in Kansas City. Like, it's happening.
If you want to see their material, and this is the kind of material that they created after going through StoryBrand, it's Unruh, UNRUH, furniture.com, UNRUH furniture.com. I love showing these guys off because they did it well. And after they clarified they were spending, $20,000 a month on Facebook ads.
And it was working.
Yeah.
It was working.
And they used our messaging strategy to clarify that message and did a fantastic job. And they got so much business, they had to stop spending that kind of money.
Yeah, they had too many appointments that they actually had to drop the number of ads that they were using on Facebook because they were working so well. They actually saved $8,000 a month.
$8,000 a month.
On marketing.
And the reason is, but that's $8,000 that probably a lot of our Building a StoryBrand podcast listeners right now, where are you spending $8,000 a month that you shouldn't be because your message is cluttered?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they give some really practical tips about video in particular. I know a lot of our listeners want to use videos on their site. They want to make videos to promote their business. And Sam just gives really practical how they use video and some little tips that anybody can use.
And not only are they saving $8,000 a month, listen to this interview and you'll hear how much more they're making, which is awesome. We love those stories. But anyway, JJ, it's just one of those great stories, not just because they clarify their message, but because what they're doing is really cool.
Yeah.
And we all want like their coffee table, right? I want them to make me a new desk. Anyway, JJ, here is your interview with Sam Unruh of Unruh Furniture, Kansas City, Missouri.
Hello.
Hey, Sam, it's JJ.
Hi, JJ. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Sam, I am so excited to talk to you today. I'm just going to dive into it because I want other people to hear. I already know what you do. I know where you do it, and we're going to get into that in a second. But tell me a little bit about your business and what you do.
Sure. So we make custom furniture for people, mostly in Kansas City right now, and we are beginning to expand out to the rest of the U.S.
Which I'm very excited about.
Yeah, thank you. This is a company that I started in my garage 4 years ago. When my wife was pregnant with our first, I started making tables for folks and throwing them out of my garage, and we kept growing it. And today I have 24 employees, and I recently bought an abandoned church built in 1904. 20-inch thick stone walls, was in just dire need of repair. And I bought it about a year ago. We spent almost a full year fixing it up and restoring it. And we just got moved in. And so we now make all of our custom furniture in this really remarkably beautiful church. And we have a showroom in this church too. And so we have customers out. We show them our finished furniture in this balcony that overlooks the sanctuary and the craftsmen working down below. And we're giving people an experience. And that's really what we're selling people on. I mean, we try to make great furniture, but we also want to give people a great showroom experience and a great buying experience.
Yeah.
And so that's a lot of what we are marketing out to people And that's been a place that StoryBrand has been a huge help to us.
Oh, that is so cool. If you go to their website, unruhfurniture.com, you can see this amazing building. And as people are walking through the showroom, there's light coming through the stained glass window while you are picking out your table, what you want, your end tables, your coffee tables, your dining room table. You're sitting there underneath these spires, and I don't know, I kind of get a little excited. I'm actually looking to buy a church in upstate New York as well. And so like when I saw that you are in a church, I was so excited about it.
Well, thanks.
Very cool. So I love, you've expanded, you've grown, you've got this amazing experience. So, okay, you've already grown to over the past 4 years to where now you went from yourself to all these employees. So why did you actually come to StoryBrand? Why did you want StoryBrand to come and be a part of your business?
Well, I've had, for as long as I've done this business, I've had a good relationship with the idea of storytelling and telling my story and telling our company's story. And that's been a huge part of our success and a lot of the reason that we grew. When I was in my garage, I told a really honest, candid story about how I'm Sam and I'm making tables in my garage, and people liked that story and they liked me. and we, kind of increasingly grew around that. And I began to realize that people really like buying from somebody who has a story. They enjoy being a part of a story. They enjoy hearing my story. And so I told my story as well and as effectively as I could and as often as I could.
Yeah.
And that helped me to get so far, but it didn't help me to get where I wanted to get. It just, it was effective. And I was, obviously the whole time I'm telling the story as I'm the hero because it's me in my garage or it's my company with these employees. And I think what I realized looking back on it now that I've gone through StoryBrand is I think what I realized is by telling my story in that way, it was effective and it worked. But what it created was a lot more fans than customers.
Yeah.
So I had a whole lot of people around my area who thought, "Wow, Unruh Furniture, that's a cool company. They're great. I love them. I'm gonna share them with my friends. I think they're really cool," which helped, which brought sales in. But we had more fans and not enough customers.
Yep.
And so by doing StoryBrand, the big paradigm shift, which I'm sure you're tired of hearing people say it, people say it all the time, is switching and taking a more selfless stance on story to put the customer as the hero. And as we've been doing that, we've seen, we still have a lot of fans because we still have a cool story. We still tell that story, but we more and more all the time are telling the customer's story and telling the story from the customer's point of view. And that's helped quicken the sales process. And it's helped turn a lot of our fans into actual customers because they can envision themselves doing what we're wanting them to do, which is come out and visit us and buy furniture.
Yeah. Well, first off, I never get tired of hearing that. I'll just be honest, because I think and not because we are telling people about this, but because I really do believe that it changes people's business. When you actually move from making yourself the hero and make your customer the hero, you are able to impact more. And hobbies are about building fans, like kind of saying, I'm really good at this and you're building this fan. If you want to actually make money, you need to build a business. And that means you need to get customers who will pay you money for your services. And to move that direction, I love it. I think that is so huge, and that's so big for our listeners to really hear that, I think, because I am a big fan of yours. But what I actually am planning on moving into that customer space. And I love that you've kind of grasped that and run with it. That is really cool. So other than that, were there any other kind of big paradigm shifts that happened to you through this?
Yeah, there are several. That was the biggest one. And that was the thing that I told all my friends and family about. And they think I'm, super lame for caring so much about marketing and storytelling. But I've told this to so many people. Like I'll be sitting with a stranger and I'll be like, hey, I love your videos. They're like, oh, well, have you heard about StoryBrand? This is paradigm shift I went through. But aside from that, we also saw a lot of results by clarifying our message.
Yeah.
Now, we didn't change our whole website because we really liked our website. Our website was doing really well, but we completely revamped our homepage. And in that homepage, where, that landing page where people are going to first interact with us, we took all of the advice. My history of StoryBrand is I was a big fan of the podcast. Then I did the 5-minute marketing makeover, and then I signed up for the online class. And so doing the 5-minute marketing makeover is where I really took the time to really redo our whole layout of our homepage, clarify it, say exactly what we do, create a plan, make it simple, put it on there. And that has been fantastic. So we get a ton of traffic to our website because we're paying for it. We do a lot of online ads and a lot of online marketing to drive traffic.
Yeah, to get people there.
Simply clarifying the message we have seen a huge uptick in conversions and quicker conversions. So we used to be converting people, 3 months down the road. They'd see our furniture. It's really expensive. They have to think about it for a long time. And then eventually they buy it. Now with a more clarified message, we see people engage with our website for the very first time. And within a matter of days, or even sometimes on the very first visit, they will take the initiative to schedule a showroom visit, which is a huge, huge improvement, helps us dramatically, and it gives us a lot better ability to track our results, because before our results were coming in so slowly because our message wasn't clear. Now that our message is clear, we get quicker results. They're more accurate, and we can see, what did we do that got us this result? Okay, let's do more of that, which has been really fantastic.
So cool. I love it. And more people are getting amazing furniture. So you went through the 5-minute marketing makeover and then ultimately took the online course. And how would you say you got more for your business out of the online course than just going through the marketing makeover?
To be blatantly honest, I don't know if this is what you want to hear, but half of the reason that I signed up for the online course was because I felt like I owed Don some money for all the help that he's given me. You know what I mean? Like I did the podcast all summer, I did all the free stuff, and I was getting all these results, and I kind of felt a little bit guilty. I'm like, man, I am robbing Don of what he's due here. So that was part of it. But then, the other part of it that convinced me to do it, I knew there was going to be a wealth of knowledge there. But a lot of it was just, I knew that if I made that commitment to go to the next level with it, I knew I would spend more time on it. Yeah. And that was huge for me personally, because, when you put your money where your mouth is, your time's going to follow along with it. Yep. So I was such a believer in it. I mean, as you know, running business, you're just busy. It's hard to make time for changes. So I knew that by committing to that, I would force myself to make the time for it. And then obviously just tons of great resources and content throughout it. But that was kind of what helped me make the decision to do it and to take the plunge.
Yeah.
I'm eventually going to have the guy that works for me that's kind of my number 2 guy. I'm going to have him go through the whole course too once he gets more freed up. Because I want it to be a part of our culture. Yeah. Everybody who's doing sales, everybody who's sharing our message, everybody who's interacting with customers, I want them, and they hear about it from me all the time, but I want them to see it for themselves to really get engrossed in this concept.
Get everybody on the same page. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that the time to convert people into sales actually shortened, but what else have you seen growth in based on your implementation of StoryBrand?
Mm-hmm. So the whole point of our website is to get people to book showroom appointments with us. We spend a lot of money online getting them to our website, and once they get to our website, what we want them to do most is book a showroom appointment. They could buy furniture through our website, and that happens every once in a while, but what we're really trying to get them to do is come in, meet us in person, and us sell to them direct in person in our showroom, because we think it's such a great experience.
Yeah.
So in addition to that whole process of the customer's first interaction with our website to the point that they book a showroom visit, so that got shorter. But in addition to that, it also went up dramatically. So what we were used to seeing was 90 to 100 showroom visits a month. And that was doing really well for us. That brought us the amount of revenue that we wanted to have. But we're in this kind of growth mindset. We're always trying to grow. Yeah. And by doing these changes, combination of you putting the customer first, clarifying our message, those type of things, we also saw that number go up dramatically. So we're up to around 140, 150 showroom appointments a month. And we're still ramping up. We've actually turned down the dial. So we did all these StoryBrand changes. We saw a big uptick, but because we're manufacturing stuff, we're not selling stuff from China. It's hard for us to keep up.
Yeah.
So what we actually did is we turned the dial down on our marketing. We were spending about $20,000 a month on online ads, Facebook, YouTube, AdWords, and we turned that down to about $12,000 a month to get caught up.
Oh,
and then now that we have the StoryBrand in, so we're getting a higher return on our dollar marketing wise, and now we have the ability to turn that dial back up again and really go to the next level as we get the production on par with the marketing. So it's just lots of great problems to have.
Oh, Sam, that is so cool. I love those problems. I love that you're having those problems.
Yeah, absolutely.
So great. One of the things I noticed about your site and some of the things I've been able to see from you is you guys do really good with video.
Thank you.
I know a lot of the people in our audience are looking to use video and promote their sales and promote their business. What are some tips that you could give, some just real practical tips you could give people about video for their businesses?
So I became so convinced. I hired, the first video I did was 2 years ago, so 2 years into my business at my halfway point, and I spent maybe $500 on a video. And it did really well for us. We did it on Facebook, and I was like, okay, this is it. This is what I need to do. This works. I get a lot better click-through rate than I do on this versus an image ad. People on our website convert more. So I really put the focus into bringing it in-house, which not everybody can do. It feels kind of overwhelming and daunting, but it was the absolute best decision I've ever made for my business was to bring video in-house. So I hired a guy who, and we weren't big enough to have a full-time guy do video, but I hired a guy who had the ability to do some video while he was doing other stuff, sales-wise. And then as we keep growing, we do more and more video. And right now, we crank out a new high-quality video every 3 or 4 weeks. We have probably $4,000 worth of video equipment now. Yeah. And it all just real slowly, $300 piece of equipment at a time, and give him an extra 4 or 5 hours a week at a time. And now we're in a place where we do a lot of video in-house, and it's high quality, and it just has the absolute best return. Of all the money I spend in my business, the money I spend on video has the quickest return and the highest return. And, we talk about something like StoryBrand. So StoryBrand is a huge paradigm shift for us. We were talking about our story in one way. Now we want to talk about it in a different way. By having the video in-house gave us the freedom to immediately start redoing all of our videos, all of our marketing instantly. When we got a hold of this new paradigm shift. We didn't have to go in and find a video company and wait 6 weeks for them to make us something. I mean, I did the 5-minute marketing makeover, and the very next week we dropped what we were doing and we started making a new video. We got a quick video out there, and now we've made 4 new videos. We'll probably make 3 or 4 more by the beginning of the year, and it just couldn't be a better investment. Huge proponent of it.
Well, and your videos are very clear. You have beautiful images, obviously, of your showroom. You have beautiful images of your furniture, but your videos are they're not overly complicated. They're very clear. They get people interested. They show people how to follow through the process. They show what success looks like. They're very clear. And I think for people who are worried, yes, you need somebody who can obviously film in high quality and edit in high quality, but it's not that you're creating these 5-minute short films.
Yeah, and just the piece of practical advice, because we've made so many videos, we've probably made 20 videos in-house. We've experimented with a lot of different times and a lot of different wording, and what we found is 25 to 35 seconds is by far the most effective. Perfect. If you're a lot shorter than that, it's too short. If you're a lot longer, it's too long. We try to never have a video over a minute. And then if we do have longer videos, we give them to select audiences. Yeah. So we have one video that's about 1:10, but we're not running any ads on that video. That's a video for people that are on our website, they're engaged, they're getting ready to book, and they actually want to take 1:10 to watch a video. But all of our ad videos are 25 to 35 seconds because that's all people want to spend online when they're browsing Facebook. So honing in on those times has been really effective for us.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, Sam, thank you so much for spending some time with us today. I know you guys are, looking at expansion. I won't give away some of the direction you're headed, but I know you guys are looking at growing even more. And right now, what I actually want to do is I do want to come to Kansas City, and I want to see that building. I want to see that furniture.
Oh, I'd love to have you out.
And I want to go.
Great barbecue.
I was just going to say. Yes.
Absolutely.
I was going to say, if I'm coming to Kansas City, we're going to barbecue as well. So we're going to make that happen. Oh, I love it. Well, Sam, thanks so much. And for everybody, go to unruhfurniture.com. UNRUH furniture.com. Check out what they're doing. Steal their ideas, not from the furniture, but from their marketing, because they're doing a great job. Sam, thanks so much, and continued success for you guys.
Thanks, JJ. It's great being on with you.
All right. Thanks so much.
JJ, fantastic stuff. Inspirational. Informational.
Yeah, and destinational. We're going. We're going.
That was quick.
Well,
Sam is funny because I happen to know that his customer journey, he was listening to the podcast just like everybody is listening to this. He went to 5minutemarketingmakeover.com where I've got these 3 videos that you can watch for free. 5minutemarketingmakeover.com. He made the changes based on the 3 free videos and saw such an uptick in sales. He felt guilty and bought our course, which is
I love when he talked about that.
That's not the motivation that we're looking for, but we'll take it.
Well, and he went to a whole other level.
Yeah, went to a whole other level. Yeah, so people think, 5-minute marketing makeover, what else is there to learn? Oh, you have no clue.
Yeah,
you have no idea.
Buckle up.
It's just fantastic stuff. But I'm interested in going buying some furniture from this guy. Yeah. But listen, if you want to experience what Sam has experienced, that is save a bunch of money on advertising. He's saving $8,000 a month compared to what he used to spend on advertising. And he's got a 35% 10% revenue increase. It's just fantastic. You get started at 5minutemarketingmakeover.com. It's 5-Minute Marketing Makeover. Either spell it out or use the number 5minutemarketingmakeover.com. That's where you begin. It's free. That's where you begin to clarify your message. Well, JJ, that's a wrap for season 3.
So fun.
It was a fantastic season.
I loved it.
If you missed any of the episodes, go back and download them on iTunes. And, of course, subscribe to the podcast so you make sure you're completely up to date. Really valuable content.
Because we have some mini episodes that are coming up after this season.
We have some mini episodes that are going to be very valuable and really fun. And you're by far the best co-host I've ever had on a podcast.
That's sweet. I wish I could say the same. Just kidding. I love doing this. This is one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, I believe. You know, I was trying to have an intimate moment, and you deflected.
I got uncomfortable.
Absolutely deflected.
I need to listen to Miles again so I can be more open.
All right, we're going to work on our issues. You people work on yours. But until then, music from this episode is from the album Black Bear by Andrew Bell, which you can listen to on Spotify or download on iTunes. Thanks, as always, for listening to the Building a StoryBrand podcast, where we believe if you confuse, you'll lose. Noise is the enemy, and creating a clear message is the best way to grow your business. I'm Donald Miller, JJ's favorite co-host on a podcast ever, and likely his favorite human being, and I am signing off for season 3. God bless.